Okay, now I will explain about how to teach students to comprehend spoken language. Okay, please check this video. Okay, now we as a teacher have a principle to teach a student to speak English. Firstly, use techniques that cover the spectrum of a learner need from language based on accuracy to message based on interaction, meaning, and fluency. And then provide intrinsically motivating techniques. And third, encourage of authentic language in meaningful context. Next, provide appropriate feedback and correction. We as a teacher, we can order a student to speak language, but we as a teacher, we must give a feedback and correction to student, because if we give a correction to them, they can improve their language when we give a correction. And then next principle, we can capitalize on the natural link between speaking and listening. We can need benefit between speaking and listening, because both have a meaningful to improve our speaking. Okay, next, a principle as a teacher is give a student opportunities to initiate oral communication. In this principle, we must give time for a student to try speaking in oral communication. Okay, last principle is encourage the development of speaking strategies. In here, we must encourage their speaking to development the strategies in speaking. Okay, and then if we as a teacher teach student in the class, student must have a step. Here I will explain 6 types by knowledge book was I read. And then first must imitative, and then intensive, so responsive, and then transactional dialogue, and 5 interpersonal dialogue, and last is extensive monologue. I will explain more about this. Imitative, that the student must have home tape recorder. They try to speak how to speak by a vocal. And then intensive, this type we can begin by ourselves firstly, because if we begin of ourselves firstly, we can try speech more. And then is responsive. Responsive is how to answer, but brief answer to question or our comment, but this speaking just a brief spoken. And last is transactional dialogue. Transactional dialogue is to how we change the information, but this more for negotiation. And not last, but this 5, that is interpersonal dialogue. This how to speak information, but in the fact information. And last is intensive monologue. Intensive monologue is how to speak, but this for our reporting, our brief, our conclusion in report, or our speech presentation. In short, speech presentation. Usually, speaking English is very difficult, but in this type, there is how to speak English is easy. There is clustering and redundancy and reduced form and performance variable and colloquial language and rate of delivery. So stress, rhythm, and intonation. And last is interaction. Jadi ada hal yang bisa membuat kita mudah dalam berbahasa Inggris. Pertama, itu ada namanya clustering. Clustering ini pengelompokan yang mana dilakukan oleh seorang guru untuk menentukan yang mana yang lancar dan mana tidak. Dan ini dikelompokkan agar berkomunikasi antara satu dengan yang lain itu lebih mudah. Dan diajarkannya sesuai pengelompokannya. Ada yang sudah basic, intermediate. Jadi ada tingkatan-tingkatannya sendiri. And then there is redundancy. Redundancy is how to speak, but pembicaraannya atau dialog yang dikeluarkan oleh student itu maknanya lebih jelas. Memakai makna-makna yang lebih jelas agar kita berbahasanya dengan mudah. And then reduce from, mengurangi bentuk-bentuk dalam language. There is contraction, elision, and reduce vowel. And then colloquial language. Colloquial language is speaking in daily day. Student must have a word or idiom and phrase in the daily day because that can make easy in speaking. Next is rate of delivery. And next, there is stress, rhythm, and intonation. Jadi siswa itu harus mengetahui juga intonasi, rhythm, and tekanan-tekanan yang mana dilakukan dalam berbicara agar pengucapan atau dialog yang disampaikan oleh penutur itu bisa didengar oleh si learner clearly, lebih mudah dipahami dan juga lebih jelas penyampaiannya, yang mana intonasinya itu sesuai dengan apa yang disampaikan. And last is interaction between two people or other people must have interaction in a speaking language because that can make easy in try speaking language. Thanks.